Have you ever looked at a question like this and wondered, where do I even start? Well, the good news is subtracting decimals is as simple as subtracting the normal whole numbers. Before we start subtracting the decimals, always remember this golden rule that you have to line up the decimal points. Not the first digit, not the last digit. The decimal points have to be lined up below each other. So let's get started. Example number 1. 6.8 minus 2.5. 6 and 2 are the whole numbers. Then I have the decimal point. 8, the place value of 8 here is tens and the place value of this number is tens again. So I will write 6.8 here. Now when I am writing my second number, I'll first align my decimal and 2 will come here and 5 will come here. The first example I've taken is a very easy example wherein I have the same digits on both the sides before and after the decimal. Now 8 minus 5 is 3, so I write the 3. The decimal comes below as it is. 6 minus 2 is 4, so the answer is 4.3. Simple. Let's get started with example number 2. Now what when I have to subtract two decimal numbers with different digits after the decimal point? Most of the students make mistake here. I have to subtract 4.27 from 9.5. Here I have two digits after the decimal and here I have just one. So that there are no mistakes, always make the number of digits same in both the numbers. How? By just adding a 0. Now, when I subtract just like whole numbers, 0 is less than 7, so I will borrow from 5. 5 becomes a 4, 0 becomes a 10. 10 minus 7 is 3 here, 4 minus 2 is 2, and 9 minus 4 is 5. So the answer is 5.23. Let's move on to example number 3. The example number 3 I have taken is about borrowing. Again, I have different number of decimal digits after the decimal point, and the rule that we are going to remember every time we are subtracting is that we will line up our decimals. The decimal point should be below each other while subtracting. So I will have here 12.4. I will align the decimal. 7 comes here and 8, 6 comes here. Now, as done in the previous question, first step is to make the number of decimal digits equal in both. How? By simply adding a 0. Now, I have 12.40 here and 7.86 here. Now, when I start subtracting, 0 is less than 6, so I borrow from 4. This becomes a 3, 0 becomes a 10. 10 minus 6 is 4, so I get a 4 here. Now, 3 is less than 8. Just like normal whole numbers, I will borrow from the 2. So the 2 becomes a 1 and 3 becomes a 13 here. 13 minus 8 is 5. And now here I'm left with 11. 11 minus 7 is 4. So the answer is 4.54. Just remember, if one number has fewer decimal places, just add 0 so that the number of decimal places are same in both of them to avoid any kind of confusion. Adding zeros to the right of the decimal never changes the value of the number, and they are called as trailing zeros. Why it doesn't change the value? Because the place value of any digit is not changing when I'm adding the 0. Now it's your turn. Pause the video and solve these questions. I guess you would have solved your questions by now. Let's check the answers together. Okay, so the first question was 7.8 minus 3.4. The number one golden rule we will remember when subtracting decimal questions is correct, that we will align the decimals. So 7.8 minus 3.4. 8 minus 4 is 4. The decimal point comes as it is. 7 minus 3 is 4. So the answer is 4.4. Simple. I hope most of you would have got this right. Okay, next question is 12.5 minus 8.75. Now here we see that there are different digits or different place values after the decimal. So we will make them same. And how will we make that? By adding 0. So let me solve this question. Here I have 12.5 minus 8.75. Here I have two digits after the decimal. So in my 12.5, I will add a 0 here, also known as trailing 0, to make the number of digits same. I will borrow a 1 from here. 5 becomes a 4. This becomes a 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. And for the 4, I will again borrow a 1 from here. This becomes a 14. 14 minus 7 is 7. 11 minus 8 is 3. So the answer is 3.75. Do mention in the comments if you got your answers correct or not. The last question. 20 minus 7.48. Was this tough for you? Okay, now anytime I have a whole number, that means the decimal part is 0 there. So I can write any whole number as 20 as 20.0, or I can add as many zeros as I want as per the question. Since I have two decimal places here, I will write 20 as 20.00 so that it is convenient for me to do the subtraction in this question. So 20 minus 7.48. Now again, 0 is less than 8 here. So I will borrow from the 2. 2 becomes a 1 and this becomes a 10. Then this becomes a 9. This becomes a 10. This becomes a 9 and this becomes a 10. 10 minus 8 is 2. 9 minus 4 is 5. The decimal comes as it is. 9 minus 7 is 2. And the 1 comes as it is because 1 minus nothing is 1. And the answer is 12.52. Before we end, let's quickly revise how to subtract decimal numbers. Number 1, always and always line up the decimal numbers. Number 2, add zeros if required if the number of decimal places are different in both the decimal numbers, and make them same. Make the number of decimal numbers same by simply adding 0. Number 3, subtract just like normal whole numbers. Number 4, bring the decimal straight down. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe Eazeemath channel, and if you're facing any issue with respect to decimals, do mention in the comments below. Wish you the best and happy learning.